but he didn't find the right move, I think. Maybe he had to continue bishop b1 here, because you have to remove the queen from f3. These threats are becoming nasty somewhere. The bishop c3 and d4 and attacking the queen. So on king side you don't have any squares at the moment because of bishop f2. Maybe there is a point to play something like rook e2 then queen g3. But we were analyzing this, rook d8, queen g3, I mean after the game, g6, and well, it looks like a double-edged position. It's dangerous for white, of course. It's easier to play with black, like for after a3, maybe bishop g7, and black goes king h8 and tries to play d4. But it was probably a good idea to play something like this, unless computers know a better decision. What he did in the game was much worse. Queen e2. And now after knight g6, the thing is, why he played queen e2? Because on f5 he was afraid of knight g6. Once knight hits the e5 square, black will be doing very well. And knight d5, there are some tactics like this, which seem to favor black, which seem to work, actually.
Because at the end all the pieces are hanging, the white pieces are hanging.
Yeah, black pick queen is hanging too, but it's not easy to take advantage of it. Oops. So that's why he decided to play that, which wasn't probably the best. And in this case, white has some moves like this, I think. Here, here, here. But this as well looks pretty promising for black. And knight will come to c4, and in case white exchanges it, black will get a very good position because of his bishops. So, of course, queen e2 appears to be a mistake, but it wasn't easy to play here. So queen e2, knight g6. Now you have to do something with the f4 pawn. And in case he plays queen e6, I'll just take, knight f4. But what Corus did was probably worse. Bishop g6, h takes g. Oops. Well, this is already quite unpleasant. I mean, probably he has to play queen d3 and keep the balance. But after he goes queen e6, rook d8, takes, rook e6. Yeah, black just plays bishop a7, and it seems that white cannot stop the march of d pawn. Well, I was thinking that maybe he will try to do something like wait and play knight d4, bishop d5, rook e5, and sacrifice his rook for the bishop, which was maybe the best in this position. Or maybe something like rook e1 and try to put the knight there. But it's still, I mean, it's very good for black. Probably a good advantage. And instead, Corus moved his knight to g3. Well, the problem is that bishops are controlling all the squares, so the rook is misplaced here, but there is no better place for it. Knight g3, d3, Yeah, it's winning already because black eventually will attack the rook. Then you have to sacrifice it for one of the bishops, and then this pawns will collapse. And also bishop g2 is a threat anywhere. Well, Corus blundered here with one move. Rook g6 and bishop f2. The mate is a threat, so bishop f5. Well, here I think Corus resigned. Because in case you take on d8, I mean, black can just take on f4 or give a check, then take on f4. King takes d3, rook d7, and just take everything. Well, this was the game. I mean, it was an unclear position, but Boris had very little time and he went for a wrong decision.
Well, thank you. I have a question first before. How do you feel now? You won 2 games against, well, good players and Topolov yesterday. How do you feel your form is in this tournament? Will it continue or?
Well, I was very lucky in the first game. I played horribly in the opening and I just got a present from my opponent. I mean, everything I could dream of was a draw. But in the second game, I think I played well. I mean, at least I didn't do any like big mistakes. I kept the control position. I mean, it would be unpleasant to spoil this novelty because it was waiting for a long time to be played.
Well, you had a huge time advantage during the game, and this helped a lot, I think. Or
Yeah, because it put pressure on my opponent.
Yes. Any other questions? Yes?
Yeah, considering that the white king was always in some trouble in this game, was there any opportunity for white to move king c2, king b1?
Actually not, because once you move your king to c2, you get into trouble, because black can just take on c3 somewhere and play d4,
yeah,
or play b4. I mean, as we were analyzing after the game, we didn't find any moment where white could do that. Maybe it's possible, but I didn't find the opportunity.
Other questions? Yes?
You said you prepared this novelty for a long time. Ballpark, when did you come up with it?
Before Mexico, before the World Championship.
And speaking of Mexico, obviously you're off to a really good start here. I wonder if you made any changes in preparation or attitude or something since Mexico, where you didn't do as well?
No, but I made some changes after my first game. I decided to think on decisive moments, and because I really misplayed the part where I had to just spend time and think.
Okay, so during the game, how do you recognize a decisive moment? That's always very difficult, of course.
Well, when you have more than one possibility, it can be a decisive moment. So you have to spend time on every occasion like that.
You had a question?
Yes, at what stage exactly did you realize that you were winning today?
Well, after Queen e6, I got pretty relaxed already because I thought, well, even when my position might not be totally winning, you got so little time and it's very difficult to defend against the march of the deep pawn. So at that point, I was already celebrating.
One more question. How important is it to win with black in the tournament?
Well, it's always kind of a wonder to win with black against a strong player. And especially for me, because I never won against Boris in my life. So
Really?
It was a special moment for me today.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you for your analysis and congratulations.